we've got the potential for severe weather. This front is moving in right here right now, so we're hoping the forecast that calls for high winds and hail will skip us the way the rain's been skipping us all summer long. Hey, good morning, welcome back to the channel. So now starts the process of bringing bales back here into the bale yard, and Dawn's working on it, and actually has been working on it throughout first crop. So we've got a good part of it done, so we can make room for second crop and begin fertilizing. Well, that is some decomposition underway, or composting. It is a warm day today and it's steaming like crazy. I can only imagine what it'd be like if it was a cold day. You can see where it's already down in front here, where it's already turning all white and becoming more soil than manure. So as part of our manure management project each year, we need to flip these piles over that we've gathered up, and so that they compost properly. And boy, you can see it steaming now. This stuff is smelly, but it'll compost a lot more quickly flipped over. First crop is off. We've got a large few piles of last winter's composted horse manure. There's a couple of piles here and some more piles over there, and so we're spreading it on this field in anticipation of second crop alongside our massive fruit plot here. So we get loads of manure out. Typically the cow manure goes out, the composted cow manure, after first crop. It feels closer to home, and then we transport this lighter weight stuff to some of our more distant fields. And we particularly like this degraded horse manure because it's full of sawdust. And while it's composted a year or so, it's going to take it, because there's so much sawdust in it, sawdust bedding. It's going to take it a while to decompose and release its nutrients. So it's really excellent for increasing organic matter. And this field really needs organic matter. So there's two of us out here with two hay wagons and a round bale wagon, picking up bales off this field. This is one of the last fields we have to get bales off of and get them home. It's kind of a long drive, at least for us, a mile and a half. So it goes a lot better when there's two of us out here moving them, just a lot faster. So we're over here at neighbor Dave's unloading. I've got my wagon and he's got his twin hay wagons here. And so we're moving the bales from this field down below his cattle barn. So we're out here spreading manure this morning on the newly disked up field. And then after we get these loads of manure, we should have 5 or 6, maybe 7 loads of manure. Should be able to cover the section that's going to be grass. Then that lime you see right there will be loaded up, and we'll cover the entire field, including the section that's going to be planted in alfalfa, and we'll clear this grassy area off where the lime was piled, and that'll then be plowed, and then this field will be ready to seed down. Dawn is my skid steer operator. She loves running this skid steer, and she's good at it. So with the manure spread now, we're switching to the lime that was delivered this past winter. And so because this field has been, 50 plus years since it's been reworked, the pH was really low. So in order for this field to be productive, we've got to get lime on to correct the pH, hopefully get it up to the upper 6s. So that's the reason for this. This is industrial lime delivered. We get it through our county. It comes from a local wood plant, and very inexpensive and very effective for us. This is heavy stuff. You wouldn't want to lift this with your tractor and loader, but the skid steer built for this with the powerful hydraulics works great. And we take kind of small loads in this old manure spreader, and it takes a little longer, but we don't want to blow a hole in the bottom of this spreader, which is due for a rebuild. Well, we're done spreading the lime on the field. As you can see, the field's been covered. And so I'm just going around disking it in, incorporating lime into the soil before we seed this down. A little rough, it still needs a pass with the disc or so after this. But this will get this lime right down into the soil where it can do the most good. See how dry it is. We're forecast for rain tomorrow, so I wanted to get this in the ground, get it all mixed up with the soil before we seed this down. Well, just finishing disking in the lime and the manure, and we should be cutting barley right now, but we've got the potential for severe weather. This front is moving in right here right now, so we're hoping the forecast that calls for high winds and hail will skip us the way the rain's been skipping us all summer long, with this barley really ready to cut and vulnerable. So we're going to cross our fingers tonight, and we'll see what it looks like tomorrow morning. Well, the good news is we got some rain, but the storm missed us, so We're headed up to cut barley. The barley is ready. You can see how golden, not quite brown yet, but golden looking, few weeds. So we've got the old Versatile all ready to rock, and we're going to get into the field for the first time this year. Well, so this is the start of grain harvest season. You see the Versatile 400 running behind me there, and the first pass of barley. Thanks for watching. We'll be back in a couple of days, hopefully, if I don't break down, and do a full video about swathing, how we do it and why we do it, and our John Deere combine, John Deere 4400 combine, turning these oats, or this barley, into feed. Thanks for watching. Back in a couple days.